doing testing and tracking, layering tracking method, two-tier conversion tracking system, Facebook conversion pixels and custom audiences, third-party tracking solutions. Facebook pixels. I'm going to go hands-on to show you how to do this, but pretty much we're going to be doing Facebook pixels basic, the default conversions, and custom audiences. So for everybody who knows find their pixels, go to the tools, then pixels, and I will show you right now. Give me a second. By the way, your pixels is like the blood, your blood. You need it. It's the lifeline for your existence with Facebook marketing. If you don't put your pixels in the right place, you will fail because it will give Facebook a hard time to find people who are going to convert, because if there's no pixel fire, Facebook doesn't know who is your perfect audience or who is your perfect avatar. They're giving you conversions. So it's very important to understand that you must place your pixels in the right place and have the right pixel objective. And I'm about to show you that right now, what I mean. So let's go to business.facebook.com so I can show you exactly where to go to see your pixels. We go into the master Facebook pixel. It's taking a little while. Yeah, business.facebook.com. You should have an account already. If you don't, I'll suggest you sign up. This happens, this red little box happens when you keep switching IPs, like what happened to Shopify today. That's why I tell people use one static IP. That was the client's account. He didn't listen, so it happens. There's nothing you can do about it. So what you can do is you can click at the top, right where my mouse is. It will drag down a little box. You go to All Tools, and then you go to Pixels. Or you can also go to the search box and type in Pixels. You click the link, you'll be taken to where Facebook Master Pixel is. Nope, you don't. No ad account. So you got to claim that ad account that you have on that account. Type it in.
Okay, so just take like my personal.
Yeah, go to your personal ad account ID and get the number. There you go. Okay, so guys, once you get here, the first thing you need to do is understand why this pixel is so important. Back in the day, which was a couple of years ago, Facebook used to have multiple pixels you could have placed on your web pages for multiple events. For instance, on this account, you see a lot of lead pixels because I used to do a ton of lead generation. And it sucks because back in the day, this is actually, for me, it was more simplistic. It was better because I had the ability to change or alter the way the pixel interact. Now, I understand Facebook's theory and their process because they say, listen, even though it was good and simple, it was getting confusing. So why don't we just have one master pixel and we can just use that and we can give it different events to help you be more successful. Now, as you can see, there are different events that you can, or categories that you can use a pixel for, and I will go through them in a minute. But my opinion, the master pixel, it requires you to, and this is why it's so important, this is why I stress, have one account, one Shopify store, if you're doing Shopify, or whatever business you're doing, you have one. Because the same pixel right here, what I call lead generation, is only going to be firing for that specific thing that I want. So if you have, let's say, you have a cat store and you have a dog store, and you're using only this one pixel, the data is going to be skewed. Because Facebook is finding people for cats, but you want Facebook to find conversions for dogs. So you're going to have a big, messed up smorgasbord of data, and you will never find a perfect customer for you and your brand. So this is why it's important, since we're now limited to the master pixel, to have only one ad account, one Shopify store, and if you're doing a business, do it on one page. So essentially one everything, pretty much. So I'll show you, this is pretty much where you see the pixel fire by, when it fires, each one of these is a pixel fire, meaning whatever specific event I have it placed for, it's going to show up here. As you see events to the bottom, page views. For some reason, this ain't showing up. Oh, okay. Well, these are the, is this pixel is still active? I really don't know where, but I pretty much have to find out somewhere. And I had 33 visits. So this pixel tell you exactly which event that I'm targeting and how many times it has fired. Since I'm only targeting for page views, that means every time somebody lands on my page, the pixel will fire. So typically this works extremely well for articles. But again, if you're building up a Shopify store, you can do view content, and you can build up an audience of people who view the content of your store, and then you can refine that audience through that method. We can look at URLs. These are the different URLs. Again, this is why it's important to have one domain, one pixel. As you can see, I have my name, Michael Delancey. But if you have multiple domains like this, you're going to get skewed data because you're cementing the pixel to one domain. But if you have it on multiple domains, multiple visitors for multiple stores, you can never have a true good conversion pixel. It's impossible. So the good thing also about this pixel, I get to see the devices that give me my conversion. So 30 pixel fires happen on the desktop. So I know now, okay, a lot of my conversions are coming from desktop, so I should target desktop in my next ad. So it helps you to actually pay attention to this pixel. Sometimes what I do on my other client's account, I actually come into their account and look at the pixel because, again, we're going to get into a third-party tracking system. And here's the honest truth. Facebook does not track certain events with pixels, and I'll explain what I mean. Basically, let's say I do an ad, and on the ad, I say, hey, buy my new LED license. Let's say you go and buy it, and let's say you share it on your fan page, and your best friend, your brother, your cousin, and your mother also go on through that ad and buy it. Well, Facebook won't give me that conversion for them. They only give me conversion for you. And Facebook algorithm, for some strange reason, hasn't fixed that error yet. I'm hoping eventually they will, but they haven't. So this is why it's so important to have a third-party tracking data, and especially those people who do PPE with links PPE with URLs that link off the platform. This is why it's so important to have that type of third-party tracking because you get to see exactly who else are giving you conversions. Because Facebook is only going to give you conversion for that person who sees the ad and click on it from the ad. If they shared it, no, Facebook doesn't count it. So as we continue to move along, here's how the ad essentially looks. This is, you go to view pixel, you go to action, you click the drop-down box, you go to view pixel, and this is it right here. Now, the honest truth of the matter, unless you have somebody who's a web developer or somebody who truly understands Facebook Pixel, you only need the base. Because with the base, you can do a lot advanced matching and stuff. So essentially, all Facebook wants you to do is just click, copy, and paste. And that's the code there, pretty much. So when we get into doing, a couple of minutes, we get into doing different events for your pixels and stuff when you post it. What essentially you do, the same space right underneath, page view, this is where you're going to add in those other events, such as lead, add to cart, registration, wish list. So you add it directly under your page view. That's it. But for right now, this is where you find the base pixel, and this is where you can go. Shopify has all it, because you're talking about Shopify, right? Yeah, Shopify has this already integrated into the system. So that's why they only require you have the Pixel ID, because they have it on all their pages and stuff for you already. So they make it simpler. This is why I tell people Shopify is such a beast of a platform, and why they evolve and they showing you market sophistication, because they're doing it all for you, making it easy for you as a business. So Pixel Helper. Everybody know what a Pixel Helper is? If you're having a problem with your Shopify store and stuff, I will suggest you go to Google and type in Pixel Helper, Facebook Pixel Helper, and download the Chrome extension plugin. It actually shows you whatever pixel is firing on a specific web page. So for instance, I will show you, this is the pixel helper right here. Do you see where it says Facebook Pixel Helper? That's what you need to download. And any pages that has a Facebook pixel on it, it will register and show me exactly which pixel on the page and show me if it's firing or if it's not firing. This is pretty much perfect for Shopify stores, for a lot of Shopify stores. Back in the day, a lot of us used to have to go into the store itself and go into the index file to add in these certain pixel events. But now, like I said, Shopify has made it easy for you. But typically, if you have any HTML pages or web pages or anything like that and you're having issues, this is perfect for you. It helps to troubleshoot a lot of the errors, and it identifies the standard events that you're trying to accomplish. Do anybody have a Shopify store they want me to use? Yep, see? That's one pixel. So it automatically picks up on this Shopify pixel. So let's see what it is. And I even have your pixel ID number.
Is that good or bad?
Oh, that's good. But I know what you're going for. It's good. I can't do nothing with it. But I also know. But I also know what objective you're going for on this page, because you're telling me page views. So a pixel helper is a great asset because it makes sure that whatever objective you're going for, it will show up for you. Okay, so you identify the standard events like I just showed you. His event was page views when it's supposed to be conversions. So we'll move on. Devote tracking conversions, view content, search, add to cart, add to wish list, initiate checkout, add payment info, purchase, and lead. Do I need to explain each one to you, or do you all have an understanding of each one? Well, it depends on, again, that's a great question. Let's say you have 10 pages, and all 10 pages have different objectives. You will have to. Each page will have to have its own tracking objective. So if you have one page just for view content, then that's where you put the view content. If the next page after it, you want just a lead, then you have to put the same pixel but put lead underneath it. Because again, Facebook needs to know which event you are optimizing for and for which URL or page. So yes, each page you will have to put whatever tracking conversion event.
So all you're doing is matching the pixel with the page so you can track the data.
Exactly. And here's how this is going to help you. When you start to do your ads, let's say you want to retarget people who view the content but didn't do a purchase. You can exclude people who purchase. You understand? So, yeah.
So Mike, you use the same pixel for every...
Yeah, the same base pixel. You just add in, on each page you just add in whatever specified event you want for that page. Yeah. Creating custom conversions. You track conversions with standard events. So creating a custom conversion. So going back on the pixel page, you want to create a custom conversion. Now, you have two choices. You can track custom conversions or track custom conversion with standard events. Really, it's up to you what you want it to do, but typically, I track custom conversion with standard events. I'm old school. Again, remember when I was telling you about the code? Facebook actually shows you how to do it also. It has a little play button that you can see. So add to cart, you take that snippet of code, you put it underneath the page view on the base code, and that's it. Nothing else. You don't need to adjust, you don't need to alter anything. Again, bless you. There were different types of events that you can use, event codes, to view the content, search, add to cart, add the wish list, initiate checkout, add payments, purchase. With the purchase, you can actually add in. For instance, let's say you're selling a Shopify purchase of like $30 product. You can actually add that in for the value. So every time you have a conversion, you actually see the number for the sale of the product you're selling. Or if you do what I do, I actually put the number that minus the cost of shipping and buying the product. So you actually have the true profit number for it. Again, it's totally up to you and what you want to do. And like I said,
Michael, so right there you would put it in the value or where it says 0?
you go, 0. The next time, just use the mic so everybody can hear you. Thanks. Yeah, but yeah, like you said, I will put it with the 0 right here, right after value. right there. So, for instance, lead, if that, like this is my favorite conversion event I like to go for. Just place it under here. Place it on the thank you page, and then fire. And for every time that certain ad set that I'm running somebody comes to this page from Facebook, it will fire for me. So you can track custom conversions by specific events. Now, let's say you're running an article and you want to track the view content. You can do that by a URL. You still would need the base pixel. But here's what happened. What I usually would do, you put the whole URL in it. So you actually do, the whole URL is the keyword. I add the URL keywords. I do the whole thing. And just press enter. So that I make sure that Facebook specifically looks at that page only, and I want you to track for my view content instead of using the whole domain, because most people get mixed up and they'll just do domain, thinking that Facebook will segment it for them. It doesn't work like that. You can do it for
Yeah,
the
so
event.
I just have a question about inserting the JavaScript in your pixel. In Shopify, is there multiple places? Can you put custom JavaScript on different pages?
Yeah, I know we used to put it in the Liquid. And actually, when you go into the back end, you used to put it on the Liquid page. Yeah, you can. I haven't messed with Shopify for a while, like I told you, so
Okay.
I don't know if it's changed or what, but
But basically, for the point of adding a pixel for anyone doing a Shopify store, they would have to create a different pixel for those different pages and those different events, right?
yeah. And Shopify, like I said, Shopify is such a robust e-commerce platform that they have apps now that can help you do that without you actually having to go in and do it for yourself.
Got it. Okay.
So Shopify has been really taking a hold, because I remember when I did Shopify, I used to cry about that. I would say, hey, y'all need to make this more easier for us, and they actually listen, which is great.
Yeah. So you probably just need an app that you can. Trackify. Okay. Thank you.
Perfect, thank you. And again, when you create these custom audience, you can custom conversions, you can create segmentation to create the audience for each one by targeting a certain URL or a certain event. So to go to audience, so we can custom audiences, sorry. You go back to the Business Manager homepage. You can either go to the top and click the little button at the top, the 3 lines. It will drop down, a drop-down box. Go to All Tools. Audiences will always be under Assets. So you could go there, or you can just type in Audiences in the search box. This happens a lot on a lot of accounts I work on. Again, Facebook is really glitchy, and you're seeing it firsthand. And if you notice, audience isn't even really here anymore. So do you just see it? Yeah, so you're going to encounter a lot of glitches. On Facebook, it happens. There's nothing you can do about it. Yeah, so I just showed you it a second and it disappeared. Good old Facebook. So after you go to audiences, you can create a custom audience based on whatever pixel you have firing. As you can see, I have a lot of custom audience. I have a lot of saved audiences. I'm going to take you through the process of creating audiences. So to create an audience, you just click the blue button, and you could create a custom audience. Now, you have a choice. You can create it from your website traffic. Now, this is really good. For those who like to run viral content, you could actually create a custom audience based off of a post or anything that deals with your fan page. So just for the sake of showing you. So either your video, my lead ads, or your page, you could create a custom audience overall. Facebook is trying to make it extremely easy for you to build lookalike audiences so you can make money and so they can make money. So whenever you have the chance, I would suggest you go through and play with it. But for this, we'll just do website traffic. And anybody who visit your website Or you can select people who visit a specific web page. Now, if you're doing lead ads, I would do a specific web page. I would do the main page, and I would do the thank you page. So you can, because when you start to run ads, you start to build up a big enough audience, you can exclude everybody who gone to the thank you page, but who only stayed on the main page. That way you can do a retargeting ad, say, hey, I saw that you went to our website, but you never signed up. Come back, sign up with us, and we'll give you a free gift. Or if it's Shopify, hey, I saw you been to the site, but you didn't buy anything. Come back for this 20% discount, whatever you want to give. So that's how you actually do your targeting, by excluding audience from whatever web page you want it to be excluded from. You can also target people visiting specific web pages and not others, exactly the same thing I just said. Or you can retarget people who haven't visited in a certain amount of time. So Facebook is really making it easy for you to be successful. Or you could do a custom combination. Somebody visit this, and I could add a new condition. A new condition is whatever variable I want it to be set, meaning that it contains, or I can say, hey, this person who visited this page and this page, but not the thank you page. Or the first article page, the second article page, but not the thank you page. Trust me, it gets completely complex with it, but in all honesty, you don't need to go that complex. Huh? Yeah, you don't need to go complex with it. You can just stay simple. Just say, hey, go to this page. But again, Facebook is really good at just making it easy for you. Again, you have to sit down and play with it. Like I give you all resources for copywriting. It's a reason why I'm stressing this, because a lot of people will listen to me and not take the time to actually go and do it, because it's going to help your business succeed. It isn't like I'm saying that because it hasn't. I'm here before you, because I'm telling you, I did it. I read it. And it helped my business succeed, and it helped my client's business succeed. So, and it ain't no difference between me and y'all. I was actually sitting in the back 3 years ago where Chris Record was out front talking. You just need to put in the time to do it. So, again, you can create it by URL, or you can create it by events. How to use custom audiences. Typically, this is the type of setup that you should be using for a custom audience. You always place the view content pixel on the landing page. For instance, so typically when you have landing pages, this is where you usually will put your view content, because again, you want to build up multiple pixels for multiple events. So if I'm building up the view content pixel, I'm gonna ask Facebook, say, hey Facebook, everybody who land on this page, and I place my lead pixel on my thank you page, and I exclude that page, I can create a customized custom audience that I can then develop into a lookalike audience. So Facebook will find me people who will come to my page and actually read my content, or actually click on this button. Now, the great thing about Facebook is, and these pixels, me personally, I would just use the lead ad pixel, the lead event for my pixel, because I like to build up people who are known to come through and actually perform the action. A lot of people like to do the view content. You can, but I like to just keep it simple and just do the lead event and just build up my lookalike audience off of that and say, hey, Facebook, find me everybody who comes through and do the certain action of just entering their email and signing up for my ebook. Again, like I told you, you can create a view content pixel, build up that group, and you can exclude the thank you page. So you can continue to retarget them. And again, the most powerful thing I can ever tell you is the lookalike audience. I've seen lookalike audiences carry 500, 600, 700% ROI off a $10 ad spend. So it tells you how powerful a lookalike audience can be. Everybody know what a lookalike audience is, right? Good. No? Okay, a lookalike audience is, let's say you get 100 conversions, 100 sales, and your pixel fire 100 times. What Facebook would do is, Facebook would then go into Facebook and find those exact 100 people who like the exact same thing, who behave the same way. Because it gives you a greater chance of getting more conversions, and that's what Facebook is about. In all honesty, I've seen conversion pixel fires in the 5,000s, and when somebody created a lookalike audience, because Facebook gives you a chance to create a 1%, 2%, 3%, all the way up to 10% and more. And when somebody creates a 1% lookalike audience, it means it's the closest as possible to the people who give you conversions. And that group of people are going to be your bread and butter. That's your gold mine. Because when you advertise to them, every $1 come in, depending on how you set up your campaigns, you could be looking at $5 come out. And that's $5 into your pocket. So this is why it's important to really build that conversion pixel up, because once you get it to a good substantial rate and you create a lookalike audience, you just print money every day.
Michael, what's a good threshold to create a-
Typically, when you're beginning, I would tell you 300 to 500 conversions. Once you get it, it's really seasoned, 2,500 to 5,000 conversions. And when you have 5,000 conversions, you give Facebook more data to go on. So it has more data entry points to find that specific person for you. So you can imagine I have a 5,000 conversion pixel, right? That's seasoned. So whenever you create a lookalike audience, you know you're making money.
Now, when you say like the conversions, is Facebook looking at it as like if you have if you're optimizing for add to cart or if you're optimizing for purchases?
As
like-
whatever event you set it for.
Okay.
So if you have 5,000 add to carts, then Facebook will find the 1% tier in the whole Facebook platform that will come through and add to cart. That's why it's so important to make sure you know what your objective is. Because I don't think everybody wants 5,000 add to carts. You want 5,000 sales. Yeah, so it's really important you know exactly what you're going for.
Michael, I'm sorry.
No.
Michael, I just came up with an idea. These lead generation pages like USAA, when you target middle-aged, so much income, can you download all that and upload it to Facebook
Yeah, you can download their information like email addresses or phone numbers.
and then create a
you
lookalike
could
audience?
yeah, that's what I do a lot too with my clients. We actually go and we get data from data aggregators who actually go out and collect these data for specific niches. And then we take that and upload it into Facebook, and then we create a lookalike audience off of that. Because we know that people, for instance, we were doing one for mortgage refinance. So this guy, he does lead generation through Google. So he have thousands and thousands of people coming through filling out his mortgage forms. So what we did is we take about 5,000 emails from him, and we upload it to Facebook, and we create a lookalike audience off that 5,000 emails. And I kid you not, we had like a 300% ROI every time we run campaigns to just that audience, because it's really targeted. You help in Facebook, because essentially, when we're doing it from scratch with pixels, you telling Facebook, hey, Facebook, we don't know what to do the heavy lifting. But if you bring in data, Facebook actually has something to work with, because now you say, okay, you have 5,000 people and they all registered into Facebook. Now let's find you a group of people similar to these 5,000 people. Do you understand?
Excellent.
Yeah.
Now, does Facebook frown upon that? I heard a rumor.
And
that they-
scraping, back in the days, like by Facebook IDs and stuff like that. Yeah, so don't do that. If you're doing it, actually, it's one of those difficult things to talk about, but with Facebook, I would suggest you can do emails. It's okay to do emails. You can do phone numbers. Phone numbers actually work extremely well, but you got to make sure that the person who have a phone number you're collecting, give you the ability, or give you permission to use their phone number into Facebook. But if you get a nice phone number, SMS or anything like that, you can use it into Facebook, and they can build an audience off it for you. But you just got to be careful. You can't scrape or use any scrapers and then try to upload the data, because Facebook would know. They understand it, and they will know. Seasoning your pixel, I just talked about this briefly just a second ago. The more data your pixel has, the more accurate it becomes. Before creating lookalike audience, have 300 or more events, data points, or conversions. My rule of thumb, 500. If you can't do 500, you can do 300, that's okay. But I like to be sure before I create it. So 300 or 500 is perfect. Segment funnel steps. Offer specific ads, messages to people based on where they have hit in your funnel process. Create audience for people who visit specific pages, can split test multiple URL. Optimize the pixel you prefer. Again, I just briefly talked about that. If people go to my main domain, I can exclude them from the thank you page. Pretty much that's the same thing I just explained to you. It's no different. You could create audience based off wherever you have the pixel. If you have a view content on the main page, you have a thank you, you have a lead pixel on the thank you page, and then you have a add to cart on the VSL page. You can track each one, and you can create specified audience for each one. It's no different.
I want to ask something. Let's say I have a website and I have different topics. A topic about how to generate traffic and another topic about email marketing. There are different. How can I split test? How
By
can
URL. Remember we did it by the URL? Yeah, by entering your URL, you can have that, you can cement, you can create the audience off of that.
Okay.
Now, if you want to do it from the pixel version.
But not at the same time.
Yeah,
One time for, this is the, I was thinking how I, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, this is clear.
no problem.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Improvely. So this is not something I'm very 100% using. My clients use CPV Labs. So everybody knows CPV Labs? It's a third-party tracking software system that you upload onto your server. It's extremely good. It's extremely detailed. You remember when I told you that Facebook doesn't track certain conversions if a post has been shared or if somebody goes through a different metric? Well, this does, as long as they have the same link. So I'll show you CPV Labs. This essentially is CPV Labs. This is one of my clients on. We haven't been running traffic on this in a long time, so I still don't understand why he's getting conversions. It's amazing to me. But again, like I told you about Facebook, once you start running traffic to Facebook and your website starts to show up in Google, people will go through Google to search for you. And depending on how good your content is, as you can see, you still get conversions even today. And we stopped running on this version of CPV Labs on October. So we haven't been running any traffic since then. Obviously, I can't go in depth about the campaign, but as you can see, we have been running a lot of campaign through different medias. Let's look for this Facebook. So these are old campaigns we ran. It's been a while. But as you can see, we ran them, I think it was like 8,000, 10,000 ad spend, and we generated $79,000. So again, these trackers are super, super helpful with making your campaign successful, and you could get really granular with the targeting. So, conversion, sales, you name it. Again, back when I was running traffic, Facebook was acting up with their pixels. Be aware, sometimes Facebook will not give you back data that you need. So a lot of stuff he wasn't getting through, but yeah. It happens. Also notice the click-through conversion rate. That's pretty high. That's not typical. So let's take you over to Improvely. This is Improvely. Let's go back to the dashboard. No, this is something totally different. This is just me showing you the platform. Improvely is a second-tier tracking to compare Facebook. You can create projects. You can use Google Analytics feed data as well. It has limited conversions for better stats. Now, if you're doing CPA or affiliate offers, CPV Labs is the king. Use that. That's better. If you're doing other business type things, then Improvely is where you need to go because it isn't as robust, but it's perfect for not heavy affiliate marketing things. If you understand what I'm saying, right? Yeah? Okay. Good.
So Michael, it'd be more retail.
Yeah.
What I am in.
Yeah.
Improvely. Okay.
Yeah. So Improvely is pretty good for organic versus non-organic traffic. CPV Labs isn't really that great for that. And for Improvely, you can set up multiple pixels for conversions. So for instance, for this testing, I'll show you how you can go deep dive into it. We can look at the ad traffic. And Improvely, and again, I'm going to show you how to set it up to get your tracking links and URL. You can go to sources for Facebook, and you can actually see exactly which campaign. And again, it's so important that you name your campaigns because When you're using third-party tracking data, if you don't know what your campaign is, you don't know how to optimize it. And optimizing helps you. It helps you save money, and it helps you make money. So obviously, we'll try ad agency secrets one, since apparently that made some profit. Again, the medium, I'm going to show you all of this in a second, where you can go to Facebook and build your UTM tags and stuff. But for this, I wanted to show you like referrals. Now, if I was getting organic traffic, it would tell me exactly where my traffic is coming from. As you see, I get people coming from Outlook. I don't know why I'm getting people coming from Outlook, but it tells you exactly what page, where exactly they're coming from. I'm getting people from Yahoo. I don't understand why, but it tells you the organic traffic. And again, when you start running a lot of social media traffic, Google loves social media. Social media is perfect for SEO because Google loves the engagement that social media gets. And the more engagement your site gets or article gets, Google starts to notice it. And that metric alone helps a lot of people rank. Back in the day, well, earlier this year, a lot of my friends used to use social media, help me run social media traffic for them, and they used to rank for a lot of competitive keywords just off of the traffic. Because Google loves to see users on a site for long periods of time. They hate to see high bounce rates. So that's another SEO aspect you can take from using Facebook. So devices, I can tell you which devices. Obviously, desktop is doing well, and this is why it's so important to split test each one because you don't want skewed data. All of my conversions come from the US, but I can see other countries that are just coming through the organic side that's hitting my blog or landing page. I can even go down to the hour where I get my conversions, which is very good because if you're running a lot of day partner campaigns or day campaigns, it helps you to optimize your campaign even further. So my best hours are, it's a mix-up between 10 to 10:59, 7, 8, and 10. Obviously, you need more data than just this, but if you had tons of data, then you can readjust your campaign to specifically target a certain time frame where you know your perfect avatar, your perfect customer is going to be on and interacting with you. So this is why it's so important to have these third-party tracking systems because it helps you go even granular. On Facebook, you can't do that. You can't get that granular with it. And also, I can tell which days I get my conversions on. Friday, it looks like every Friday I get 2. So, yeah. So, again, this is just a test campaign just to illustrate. I know, right? It happens, trust me. Yeah. They just say, I'm here today for work. Let me just click through and be bored. But again, Improvely is a good tracking platform. I personally use CBB Labs, but if you could, there's others like Volume. I have some clients using Volume. Everybody heard about Volume? No? Yeah, okay. Volume is another good one. Volume is a better version to Improvely. But again, all tracking platforms at the end of the day, they're all the same. It's just a user using them. So I always suggest you just really get in and just do it. You know, test the platform out. It isn't hard. It looks daunting because you're probably new to it. But really and honestly, it just requires you just to get in and test it. And a lot of these platforms have 30-day money-back guarantees and stuff. So if you don't understand it, just say, hey, I don't understand it. It's not for me. And they would understand. So that's Improvely. What I'm going to do is just do a quick 5-minute demonstration to show you how to place your pixels. I use lead pages because I do a lot of lead generation, and a lot of the stuff I use, whether it's direct response or even certain luxury services and marketing techniques I use for different brands. I just love lead pages. It's just, again, lead pages, ClickFunnels, they're all the same, but I'm just old school with a lot of things I do. So, like I told you, I'm going to create a standard event. My event, since I'm doing a lead squeeze page, lead generation, email opt-in, cheat sheet, whatever you want to call it, blueprint. What is this? A blueprint. Essentially, what I'm going to do for this, I'm going to show you what I usually do. So I go to Facebook, I go to Pixels, I create a custom conversion with a standard event. And obviously, for the landing page, I'm going to put a view content pixel event there. So what you should do, copy. You should already have the base pixel. And all you got to do is just place it right here. Bam. On this same code, what you would then do, you take it, and this is just the backend into one of my lead pages accounts. So I will then come to this page. I'll click on Edit Page. And again, for Shopify, they already simplified this process for you. All you need is just the ID. And if you look at your pixel, when you have a Shopify store, you start running traffic, you already have all these metrics already placed, and you start to see it fill out. So the next thing I will do is I'll go to Analytics. Conversion goal. They keep telling me, sorry. So it's go to Lead Page Options, and this is where you're going to place your view content pixel. So obviously I have it there, and this was like some other JavaScript I was playing with. Let's ignore that. That's Twitter. Also, you could do this on Twitter too. Twitter has its own pixel. So usually with Facebook pixels, you place them into the header. And what I would do is just for this, I'll just take that pixel out, and I'll place the new pixel in, which is the view content. So every time somebody comes and land on this page, I'm pixeling them for the view content. And again, this is why it's so important. One pixel, one store. If you're using a URL, one fan page. Because again, you don't have the ability to create multiple pixels anymore. You only have one. So this is why Facebook wants you, they rather you open up new ad accounts and build new stores like that. Because again, at the end of the day, it makes it simpler for you, believe it or not, than using one account and have multiple pixels and it get confusing. And you start saying, hey, Facebook, you taking money from me, and I'm going to sue you, and things people usually do when they aren't doing things the right way. So this is a simplified process where I'll put the view content pixel. I click done. Now, again, for lead pages, after you place a pixel, I'll click save. Now, to place the lead pixel or the lead event, this is what I will do. Give me a second, I'm making sure something. Okay, that's good. The second thing I will do is now on lead pages, I can go and create a thank you page. I already have one created, which I'm going to use and then redirect. After somebody fill in their email address on my main page, they're going to be redirected to my thank you page. On that thank you page, I am then going to create or place the lead pixel. So let's get out of this. Okay, so this is my thank you page. And if you ever wonder if a conversion pixel or anything is on it, just right-click on the page, click Page Source, View Page Source, and go to the bottom. And here's my Facebook pixel code. So if you like me old school and you want to check on competitors and see if they actually have Facebook pixels and stuff like that, this is the way you can do it. But again, that's just me. I do everything different from everybody else. So what I would then do, since I know which my page is, I'll go back to lead pages. Oh, that's going to be on the header, but I'm going to show you exactly where it is right now. So I'm going to open up the page and show you how I place a pixel on the thank you page. Every pixel you have for Facebook is going to be in the header. If they ever change it, I'm pretty sure that more than likely they'll let us know after about a month or so. But from my perspective, everything is going to be in the header. So thank you for signing up. Here's the old code, which I'm going to delete. Don't need it. Remember to come back here and to get the whole pixel. And to make sure you get the whole code. Sometimes if you get this little semicolon on the end, you need everything. So remember, paste the code in a no text. Take out the view content, because you don't need it. And you add in the lead pixel event. The next thing I'll do, copy. Paste. Everything checks out. And I'm done. Save. Publish. Done. Now, here's what you can do. Because I have my VPS has the Facebook Pixel Helper on it, what I can do is this. I can paste it. This is the Facebook Pixel Helper. So it will let me know if my pixel is firing correctly and if it's placed properly, and it is. See? I have 2 pixels. Page view and view content. So it's there. So let's go to the thank you page. Again, I cannot stress this enough. These are going to keep your account running long. Make sure you have them there. No matter if it's a blog post, a webinar, some article you're running, it don't matter. Please make sure you have those links there. Again, for those who are running lead pages URL, do you see what happened to this? This is your what score. Remember when I tell you to be careful running it? That's yellow. That means if you keep running something like that and a lot of other marketers running it and getting their accounts banned, guess what's going to happen to your account? Exactly. That's why I warn you, don't do it. These platforms like ClickFunnels and lead pages and everything else, you can use your main domain and you can just download their WordPress plugin and just do a transfer switch from their server onto your domain. So it could be the main page. But I'm warning you, honestly and truly, be careful doing that because I know a lot of people lose accounts just off of that.
So redirecting's not good?
No. So again, my pixel is firing correctly. As you can see it there, lead. So that's all it really is when it comes to placing pixels.